I don't know about you, but there are certain movies that really get under my skin, and after watching them, I have to keep the lights on when I sleep just in case. These movies rely on atmosphere and sound, rather than jump scares and gore to make the viewer uncomfortable, and they often feature a menacing presence that is never fully explained or seen, which leaves a lasting sense of unease. Today, we're going to look at a few of these movies that will make you want to keep your doors locked. Our first movie is Hungry. It's about a young woman named Sarah, who's in her early 20s. She's driving home on a lonely road, late one night, when her car suddenly breaks down. She's got no signal, and the nearest town is nowhere in sight. And so she decides to pull into the only place that she can think of. An old, dilapidated house that looks like it's straight out of a horror movie. But desperate times call for desperate measures. So she knocks on the door. No answer. So she lets herself in. As the rain pours down outside, Sarah rummages around for somewhere she can hide from the storm. And as she does, we hear the sound of heavy footsteps above her, and the sound of what seems to be a stomach growling. We then see the shadow of a gaunt hand reach out from under a stairwell and grab a diary. Oh, and did I mention that this house is clearly haunted? Because it totally is. And if that didn't give it away, the hundreds of flies buzzing around the room should have. But our girl Sarah is not one to run at the mere sight of a cobweb. So she continues exploring. She finds an old rocking horse and a child's drawing on the wall. And then she finds another diary. This one appears to belong to a woman who's talking about how her family had to stay in their home because of a siege that was going on outside. But the thing is, the year that she's writing about is 1976, and there was no war at that time. Things were pretty peaceful, all things considered, and so the only conclusion that she can come to is that this family was besieged by something or someone, and whoever or whatever it was still out there. Because the last entry in the diary says, "It's getting closer. I can hear it growling outside the window. Whatever it is, it wants to get inside." Sarah decides that she needs to leave, but when she goes to open the front door, she realizes that it's locked. She screams, and then we see the shadow of a gaunt, ghastly figure, with eyes that look like two burning embers standing behind her, growling, "Hungry, hungry." And if that didn't freak you out enough, here's a fun fact. The director of the film said that he wanted the creature to be ambiguous and never fully seen, saying, "I wanted the audience to make up their own minds about what the creature was." Well, mission accomplished, because I am never going to look at a diary the same way again. The film ends with Sarah running through the house, with the growling getting louder and louder until she disappears into the darkness, and we're left with only the sound of the growling approaching the camera. So, what do you think this creature was? Let me know in the comments below.